Earth does not try to impress. It simply exists, shaped by time, movement, and silence. Across continents and oceans, beauty appears in many forms. Sometimes it rises as mountains carved by ice and wind. Sometimes it rests quietly in villages untouched by urgency. And sometimes it reveals itself where land and water meet in perfect balance. This journey is not about one country or one culture. It is about the places that remind us how vast, varied, and deeply alive our planet truly is. From deserts that glow at sunrise to islands hidden in open oceans, from ancient cities to untouched wilderness, these are some of the most beautiful places on Earth, not because they are famous, but because they endure. Sossusvlei, where desert meets sky. In Namibia, sand dunes rise like waves frozen in motion. Sossusvlei is shaped by wind and patience. Its dunes burn orange under the sun, while shadows stretch endlessly across the valley. At Dedvlei, ancient trees stand preserved in white clay, untouched by decay. Here, silence feels complete. The desert does not feel empty, it feels eternal. Mount Fitzroy, the edge of Patagonia. At the southern end of the world, Mount Fitzroy pierces the sky. Sharp granite peaks rise above glaciers and turquoise lakes. Weather changes without warning. Clouds move quickly, revealing moments of absolute clarity. This landscape feels untamed, unfiltered. Patagonia does not soften itself, it demands respect. Hallstatt, a village reflected in water. Nestled beside an alpine lake in Austria, Hallstatt appears almost unreal. Wooden houses cling to steep mountainsides. Church spires rise gently above the water. The village reflects perfectly in the lake below. Life here moves slowly. Beauty exists without effort. Santorini, sculpted by fire and sea. White buildings cascade down volcanic cliffs. Blue domes mirror the sky. Santorini stands on the edge of a collapsed caldera, shaped by ancient eruption. Sunsets here are quiet ceremonies. Light fades slowly, turning stone into gold. The island feels suspended between history and horizon. Angkor Wat, stone A&D time. Hidden within Cambodian forest, Angkor Wat rises silently. Stone towers stretch upward like lotus flowers. Roots wrap gently around walls, holding history in place. Centuries pass, the structure remains. Angkor Wat is not abandoned, it is preserved by time. Yosemite Valley, nature in scale. Granite walls rise thousands of feet above the valley floor. Yosemite feels immense, El Capitan stands unbroken. Yosemite Falls pours endlessly from high cliffs. Here, scale redefines perspective. Nature feels dominant. Human presence feels small, and that is its power. Zhangyeji, landscapes from imagination. In China, stone pillars rise vertically from forest floor. Mist moves between peaks. Zhangyeji appears unreal, yet it is entirely natural. These formations inspired entire worlds of fiction. But no image matches standing beneath them. Reality feels more surreal than imagination. Cape of Good Hope, where oceans meet. At Africa's southern edge, waves crash endlessly. The Atlantic and Indian Oceans meet in constant motion. Cliffs drop sharply into water. Wind carries salt and history. This place feels like a boundary, not of land, but of world. Banff National Park, Ice and Light. In the Canadian Rockies, Banff reveals alpine perfection. Lake Louise glows turquoise beneath snow-covered peaks. Moraine Lake reflects 10 towering summits. Glaciers move slowly through valleys. Here, cold feels alive, clear. Petra, a city carved from stone. Hidden within Jordan's desert canyons lies Petra. Approach through a narrow passage. The treasury appears suddenly, carved directly into rose-colored rock. The city blends architecture with geology. Petra does not rise from the land, it is the land. Plitvice Lakes, water in motion. In Croatia, lakes cascade into one another. Wooden pathways float above flowing water. Plitvice is shaped by constant movement. Waterfalls shift, colors change with light. Nothing here stays still. Mount Fuji, symbol A&E silence. Japan's most recognized peak rises with perfect symmetry. Mount Fuji stands alone, snow caps its summit. Clouds drift quietly across its slopes. It is both a mountain and an idea. Stillness defines its presence. Victoria Falls, power without pause. On the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe, water thunders endlessly. Victoria Falls stretches wide across the Zambezi River. Mist rises like smoke. Rainbows form constantly. The sound is overwhelming. Nature does not whisper here, it speaks loudly. Bora Bora, lagoons of color. In the South Pacific, Bora Bora floats in blue. A volcanic peak rises at its center. Coral reefs circle the island. Water shifts from turquoise to deep navy. The island feels dreamlike. Peaceful, unhurried. Machu Picchu, above the clouds. High in the Andes, Machu Picchu rests between mountains. Stone terraces follow the slope of the land. Clouds drift below the ruins. The city feels protected by altitude. Mystery surrounds its origin. Its silence remains. Skeleton Coast, beauty and desolation. Along Namibia's coast, fog rolls in from the Atlantic. Shipwrecks rest in sand. Waves crash endlessly. The landscape feels unforgiving, yet life persists. Beauty here is raw, unpolished. Halong Bay, stone islands in water. In Vietnam, limestone pillars rise from calm seas. Thousands of islands create shifting pathways. Fog softens edges. Boats move slowly between stone giants. Halong Bay feels ancient, balanced. Tuscany, landscapes shaped by care. Rolling hills stretch endlessly. Cypress trees line winding roads. Villages sit quietly atop ridges. Tuscany reflects centuries of harmony between people and land. Beauty here is cultivated, maintained. Iceland, fire, ice, and emotion. Glaciers press against black sand beaches. Volcanoes shape the land. Waterfalls fall without restraint. Iceland feels unfinished, constantly evolving, a landscape still being written. These places do not belong to one nation or one time. They belong to the earth. Each landscape carries its own rhythm, its own silence, its own story. Together, they remind us of something simple. Beauty does not disappear. It waits, and the world, in all its scale and variety, remains far more extraordinary than we often remember.